Hey everybody. So I was talking to one of my friends today who works in healthcare, and she was telling me about all the worries that the nurses and the medical people in the medical field they're having as a result of the coronavirus. And so we were talking about ways to control anxiety, and I thought that it would be great if I could provide you with some resourcing for not just people in the medical profession, but for everybody as we're having this difficult time in our nation. And there probably are a lot of people with more anxiety and maybe panic attacks than in the past. So I want to provide you with this resource. I'm a trauma therapist, so I always spend time in, we call it resourcing our client. And that just means giving you skills for the periods in which anxiety might come up, or bad thoughts, or even panic attacks. What I'm going to teach you today will control panic attacks. If you practice it and get good at it, I promise you it will control panic attacks. Now the key to this, just like anything, is you have to practice it. So if you will practice it every day, it will start to come natural, and it will be very easy for you to do without thinking about it, and it will be very helpful. I use it myself. When I have anxiety, when I fly, I always use these skills. I'm going to teach you the baseline of resourcing today. There's kind of like the base that everything else builds on. And so that's what I'm going to teach you today. I call it rough. This is my own thing that I created. And I ask people to think about, I have a picture of what I call the therapy dog. He looks like a superhero dog cartoon. And I ask people, and I do this for young or old, what does the dog say? And the dog says rough, and that's the way you remember this exercise. So we spell rough, R-U-F-F. We're going to work with just the first three letters in this exercise today, this resource. So the R stands for relax. First, I'm going to teach you how to do progressive relaxation. This is a great exercise, but it looks crazy. So you bear with me as I look crazy, and I won't be able to see you looking crazy. So just watch me, but make sure you do the exercise with me. So the first thing we're going to do is try to relax our whole body. It's the beginning of getting into the place that we need to be, that later we're going to be able to try to control some thoughts with. So the first thing I want you to do is copy me, and again, I'm going to look crazy. Progressive relaxation means that we're relaxing our whole body, but we're doing it in parts. Now, when you do it by yourself, you can do it like in your bed at night, or you can do it sitting up. You can do it anywhere, and you do it longer than what I'm going to teach you today. So I'm going to teach you, just for sake of time, to do it by dividing your body parts into three main parts. But you could do it with each body part and go very slow through this process, and it's very relaxing, and you'll feel good at the end of it. So the first thing we're going to do is we're going to relax our face. We're going to work on our face, and then we're just going to go down. So it looks crazy, but I'm going to squinch up my face, tighten, 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 and then we're just going to relax. The thing that we're learning with this is what it feels like, because a lot of times we'll walk around and have tension all day and not know it. So we're learning what it feels like to feel tense so that we can learn what it feels like to relax. So here I go. I'm going to do this first, and I want you to repeat after me. So I'm going to tighten, 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 squishing out my face. Now I'm just going to relax. I'm going to let all the tension flow out of my face. Now I want you to do that with me. We're going to tighten, 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 tighten your face, and then we're just going to relax and let your neck release. I want to give kind of a thing. If you have medical issues, you need to ask your doctor before you do this. So I can't see you, I can't evaluate you. So you need to evaluate yourself. And if you have medical conditions like spine issues or anything like that, where this would be harmful, don't do it. Ask your doctor first. So here we go. Together, we're going to tighten, tighten, tighten our face, and then we're going to relax. Here we go. Tighten, 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 tighten. Now relax, 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 and just let all the tension flow out of your face, your neck. Just let everything relax. Be very relaxed. Try to assess every muscle in your face and just let everything go very loose and relaxed. Okay, good. Now I told you we're going to do this the fast way. So we're going to do from your waist up. So we're going to tense everything, tense, 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 really tight. Then we're just going to relax. So I want you to tighten with me. This time I'm not going to demonstrate. First, we're going to do it together. When I do this exercise, I tighten my arms, my chest, my shoulders, everything by just extending my hands forward. So we're going to still do our face too. We're going to do all your upper body parts. So let's try that together. Here we go. We're going to tighten, 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 tighten. Now just relax. Now be like a rag doll. I just want you to let all the tension flow out of your fingertips. Feel it going down your arm. Assess your body. Assess each muscle. Look at your face and think, have I released all the tension in my face? Then my neck, then your shoulders, then your biceps, then your triceps, your forearms, your fingers, and just let your chest, your abs, just let all the tension flow out. If you're holding tension, just release it so you're very relaxed in those areas. Okay. Now we're going to do our whole body. Again, like I'm saying, you do it slow, you do each body part. Make this relaxed feeling, and it'll feel really good if you will just do each body part and relax. But we're going to do it all together. So I'm going to tighten my whole body. I do my legs out, my arms out to tighten everything. We're going to tighten together, and then we're going to release. Now, if you have back issues, you need to be sitting in with your back to the back of the chair probably when we do. So I don't have back issues. But we're going to tighten, tighten, tighten everything, then release. Here we go. We're going to tighten, 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 tighten. And now we're just going to release. And we're going to let everything go flat, just like a rag doll or like a mop. We're just going to let everything just kind of flop. So I want you to assess each body part, starting with the top of your head. Assess your face, assess your neck, assess your shoulders, your biceps, your triceps, your forearm. If you feel any tension anywhere, I just want you to let it go. Relax and release the tension. Assess your chest, your back, your abs, your quadriceps, your hamstring, your calves. And if you're feeling your glutes, if you're feeling tension in any part of your body, I just want you to relax it. Just let it go like you're a rag doll. Now, in this relaxed state, I want you to just breathe. Just take some breaths and release the breath and just sit in this relaxed state just for a few seconds, feeling how good it feels to be completely relaxed. Could you feel the difference between what it feels like to feel tense and what it feels like to feel relaxed? Now, I want you to practice that because it's going to be important that you're able to get to that relaxed place. After you are able to, on your own, get to that relaxed place, you don't have to practice the progressive relaxation so much unless you just like it. Some people like it because it feels good. But now I want to ask you to get into that relaxed state, that state that you felt before, and I'm going to teach you the U. And the U part, so R was relaxed, U is use belly breathing. Now, belly breathing is also called diaphragmatic breathing. If you're sinkers, you know how to use your diaphragm. Your baby breathe. If you've watched your own child, you know that the baby breathes by his stomach moving up and down. Well, for some reason, as we age, we learn how to breathe incorrectly because that's the God-given way to breathe. It's the cleansing breath when we breathe from our diaphragm. But as we go through life, maybe because people tell us to hold in our stomach, I'm not sure why, but we learn to breathe from our chest instead of our diaphragm. And chest breathing is not good for you because one thing, if you start breathing from your chest, a lot of times when you get too excited, it's like, and you begin to hyperventilate. The diaphragmatic breathing releases feel-good chemicals, the correct chemicals to get your body calmed down and to feel good. And now I'm going to show you what it looks like. It took me a long time to learn this, but you're going to get this quickly. So I'm going to put my hand on my tummy, and you're going to see me take a good diaphragmatic breath. And I want you to watch and see what's moving on me as I take that breath. So I'm taking the breath in through my nose, I'm going to blow out through my mouth, and I want you to watch what's moving. So I'm going to, here I go, I'm going to take my breath. So hopefully you could tell in the video what's moving. And hopefully you could see that it was my stomach that was moving in and out, not my chest. So I want you to try this with me. Put one hand on your chest, one hand on your tummy. And what I want you to do is ensure that the hand on your chest is not moving. The chest should not be moving at all. And all the work in the breath is being done through your diaphragm. So when you take the breath in, your hand should go out toward me. When you blow the breath out, it should come in towards you. So let's try a diaphragmatic breath together. Here we go. Deep breath in through your nose. Breathe out through your mouth. Deep breath in through your nose. Breathe out through your mouth. Now, for some of you, if you're a singer or a horn player, that was very easy. For some of you, it's going to take some practice. So I'm going to tell you 2 ways to practice it. One, you can lay down like on the bed or something and put like one of those plastic cups or those red cups, or they sell those, or is that what they're called, on your stomach as you're laying on the bed, and you focus on trying to make the cup go up to the ceiling. So when you take the breath in through your nose, the cup should rise up to the ceiling, and you blow the breath out through your mouth, and the cup should go down toward the bed. So that's one way to practice. The second way to practice is this. This is a secret that somebody told me, and I wish they had told me years ago because it took me a really long time to learn this kind of breathing, but it's not going to take you that time. So I used to lift weights, and when we would be in the gym, we would do an ab exercise in which we blew out all the air out of our mouth, and we would squeeze, would be laying down on something, and we would squeeze our abs, trying to make our belly button go down, visually making our belly button go down to the mat. Does that make sense? So we're trying to squeeze in our belly button. So we're going to try that sitting up. So we're going to blow out all our air, squeeze, and then we're going to just take a natural breath, and your body will do it correctly, and you'll be diaphragmatically breathing because your body naturally takes the correct kind of breath. So here we go. I want you to blow out all your air. Put your hand on your stomach. You should feel it going to the back. Your stomach should be shrinking in. So you're getting skinny. Okay, so here we go. We're going to blow out all your air. Now take a regular breath. And automatically your stomach does the right thing. It uses your diaphragm for that breath. Let's try it one more time. We're going to blow out all of the air, and then we're going to take that diaphragmatic breath where your stomach does the right thing. So here we go. Blow out your air. Now breathe. And there's your breath. Now keep it going. Okay, so that's an exaggerated version. So we don't want it that exaggerated when we're actually doing the diaphragmatic breathing, but we do want you to get that idea of using your diaphragm for the breath, because that's the healthier, the right way to breathe, the way that God intended that we breathe, so that we could calm our bodies down, and for lots of other good things. So again, we're back to the rough. The R stands for use progressive relaxation to relax. The U stands for use belly breathing or diaphragmatic breathing. Now we're going to get to the F, but before we do, I want us to practice the RU because it feels really good. So I want you to get very relaxed, get as relaxed as you can. I want you to put your hand on your tummy, and I want you to close your eyes, and I want you to start diaphragmatic breathing, which means I want you to breathe in through your nose, out through your mouth. Now, when we're teaching this, a lot of times we'll call it box breathing. So we want to breathe in for a count, like maybe let's breathe in for a count of 5. And then let's hold it for maybe a count of 5. And then we're going to blow out for a count of 5. Okay, so let's try that box breathing. We're going to breathe in. Here we go. Use it. Get very relaxed. Now we're going to get the U. Put your hand on your tummy. Breathe in for a count of 5. Hold for a count of 5. Breathe out for a count of 5. Here we go. Breathe in. Hold. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5. Breathe out. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5. That was longer than 5. Really, ideally, we want to blow out longer than we take in. So let's take in for 5, hold for 5, and blow out for 6. Deep breath in through your nose for 5. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5. Hold for 5. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5. Blow out for 7. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7. Now I'm going to count for you, and I want you to try that. And I want you to close your eyes. If we were in my office, I have like a noise machine. I always turn it toward the beach sounds because I love the beach sounds. So if you have a noise machine, try that as you're breathing. So we're going to breathe in for a count of 5. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5. Hold for 5. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5. Blow out for 7. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7. Now keep breathing. I want you to keep breathing. Take the breath in through your nose, blow out through your mouth. And I want you to keep it slow and controlled. And think about that count. Think about taking it in for 5, holding it for 5, breathing out for 7, or whatever is comfortable for you. Now I want you to keep doing that and just feel relaxed. I want you to think about relaxing your body. And now you don't have to blow up through your mouth. You can just kind of take more natural breaths, but I want you to keep those breaths diaphragmatic and keep breathing. Deep breath in, and then hold, and deep breath out. Deep breath in, and hold, and deep breath out. Deep breath in, and hold, and deep breath out. See how good that feels? I love to diaphragmatically breathe because it just feels so good. So now we're about through. I know this is long. We've done the R, which is to use progressive relaxation, the U, which is use belly breathing. Now the F, and this is the one of the most important parts, because when you get into an anxiety and depression, that stuff, not depression, because we're not going to work on that today, but anxiety and worry, that comes from your thoughts. I'm a cognitive behavioral therapist, and that's one of the things that I teach. Your problems begin in your thoughts. The Bible teaches that too. So we want to be able to change your thoughts, and sometimes changing your thoughts means we need to, eventually we want to get to the place where we can kind of empty our minds and not have a thought, which you can get to, but that's hard to do at first. So we're going to kind of change our thoughts. We're going to change our focus. So we've got the R, which is relax. U is use belly breathing. And now we're going to focus on the breath. What we're trying to do is break up that negative thought cycle. So you stop that avalanche that keeps on going and puts you in worse worries and leads to a panic attack. So we're changing the focus so we can change our thoughts. So what I want you to do is I want you to R, relax. I want you to use belly breathing. And then I want you to focus on your breath. So I want you to focus on the breath coming in and the breath going out, and the way that your tummy feels as it rises and falls with that breath. Now, what's going to happen during this exercise is negative thoughts or any thoughts are going to try to come in. This is mind training, and it takes a while to learn. But what I want you to do is when the thoughts come in, I want you to let them, it's normal, I want you to let them come in, stay for just a second, and feel them just move out the other side. So they come in, we're going to let them stay for a second, and then we're going to send them on their way. Let's practice that together, and then we're going to be done. I've kept you for 20 minutes. So we're going to start with the R, which is relax. So get into a relaxed position. Put your hand on your stomach. Let's start belly breathing. Deep breath in through your nose, out through your mouth. Deep breath in through your nose, out through your mouth. Now I want you to focus on the breath. I want you to think about the breath coming in your nose, the way you're holding it, and then the way it's going out through your mouth. I want you to focus on your breath. Keep relaxing using belly breathing. Keep your focus on your breath. Deep breath in through your nose, out through your mouth. Keep your mind's focus on your breath. When negative thoughts come in, I want you to it stay for 1 second, send it out the other side of your head, and I want you to return your thoughts to your breath. So keep doing that regardless of how many times negative thoughts come in. We're training our brain to think about what we want to think about when we want to think about it. So keep that. I want you to relax. Continue your belly breathing. Focus on the breath. I just want you to sit in that relaxed state, using your belly breathing, focusing on the breath, continuing the exercise, feeling very relaxed, letting any tension just be released with the breath that you exhale. Just relax and keep breathing. Focusing on the breath. Okay. So I'm going to let you come back from your relaxed state for just a second so that I can say goodbye to you. I want you to keep practicing this because this is an important step. I'm going to build on it in later videos. But this is like the thing everybody needs to know. Belly breathing is what one of my clients told me one time, and he was a young client, and he's right, because belly breathing is an important skill for all of us. So I want you to practice that, and the next time I see you, we're going to build on that skill, and I'm going to teach you to do some other stuff. But I want you to remember, R, relax, U, use belly breathing, F, focus on your breath. Thanks a lot, and